My name is Ash, and I am your friend with exciting news. If you have been falling behind with Onpassive, I will make this session get you up to speed very quickly. Where we are today, what's happening now, what will happen the next step. We usually don't do this webinar at this time. This is a live stream. I thought with a couple of my friends here, brothers or sisters, will show up. Seems like everybody's available. You are engaged. I appreciate that. So just in case, if you're not putting things together on your own, that's fine. There are so many pieces to connect, and I don't blame you if you are not quite clear on that. I'm going to make it as crystal clear as possible. Hopefully this will help you. And the good news, it will be real quick. I mean, as far as like getting you up to speed. So we decided to remake and reorganize the entire internet. We thought there is a better way. It's a very simple mission. I mean, everything is scattered. There's a lot of corruption, monopoly, overpriced technology, very complex to learn, time consuming. There's so many philosophies to take in when you are trying to adjust your life or business with the new digital era. And at this pace, most communities or societies will fall way behind. So there has to be a faster way to get people up to speed, is literally to do it for them and have it run on autopilot. And there is more commodities and modalities are popping fast these days. One of them, as we know, is artificial intelligence. It's going fast. Now it's really making that buzz everywhere. So if people still picking up the digital, the web 2.0, and now more technologies are evolving, they're going to be way behind. So this is the beautiful news about what we're doing. We're combining everything in one place, simplified, one platform, get you everything you need to have done on your digital life, whether personal, individual, nonprofit, educational, finance, communication, any use, even entertainment, or just want to, hang out and socialize. So we are at this stage. We kind of launched this mission a couple of years ago. And today we are ready to go to the market, where the world beyond the initial early bird individuals, founding members, and the beta testers, if you wish, are going to start using our technologies. So this is what's going to happen. We first, where we come from. So we planned and developed and still working on some applications that will literally cover everything you need for your digital life. Everything you need. There's no longer for your need for your hunt or search for which one is the best platform, software, application, service to achieve this or that. There's no longer a need for that. It's all done for you. So the search is done for you. The pricing, the analytics, all of that is done for you by real good professionals in the Onpassive company. and they're very good at what they do, and they're passionate to make it the simplest, more productive digital platform. So we have started releasing some of the free products, at least the first early release, and some of them are ready to go to the next and even some third release, meaning they're going to be above market value, above market features, and likely to be disruptive, because now we're going to start witnessing unseen technologies in one place. So everything you need is in Onpassive. If it's not in Onpassive, it means you don't need it. As simple as that. We're not stuffing and shoving things that you don't need just so we can sell another piece of garbage or two. No, there's no junk. It's either needed or it's not an Onpassive. Now, Onpassive, as far as technologies, yeah, we strive to outdo every other application there to make it first more features, more robotic, automated, and lower cost, much simpler to use. That's the key, and everything in one place. So with that, we could really be satisfied. But of course, we shoot and aim for more. So we decided to also humanize our business. The basic AI or artificial intelligence that you know there is very controversial. It could be problematic somehow, or could cause some damage and harm to some either industries or sectors or even cultures. So we're very careful about what kind of artificial intelligence to use in Onpassive. We want the human aspect of it, whatever can simplify our daily living so we can save some time, frustration, and the tech overload, so we can do more things that we are passionate about, but without any threat by artificial intelligence. So there is a difference between traditional AI and the AI we are very clear and determined to develop. It's very clean, must be healthy, and very ethical as well. So we should train the machine also to be ethical and transparent. All right, so I believe it's already April 1st in some parts. Good morning, India, Papua New Guinea, and UK. I believe that's what we have with us. So you are already officially not a fool, but an April Fool. But and we're about to go with Connect in the last couple of days. At least we were set up to do it on Friday, to be honest with you. I'm going to share with you a public information and more. I would be very open. There's no secret here. We were more toward having Connect go live in the ecosystem as of now by this time in the United States, at least the East Coast. And I'm going to clarify something to you. So Connect is, because now we have people probably not necessarily in Onpassive. We have created, it's done, by the way. We've seen it, we've used it, we use it every day. Connect is a web conferencing and video conferencing platform, but it does more than the typical platforms, to the point that I cautious my friends that is going to be addictive, and you're going to be hooked, no doubt about that. It's that beautiful, the highest quality in the industry or in the market when it comes to the audio and video quality and the live streaming, period. We outdo every imaginable platform out there. That's guaranteed. Secondly, it will be indeed the lowest cost when it comes to pricing. It is probably the only unlimited or scalable to meet your needs. No, if you need 1 million attendees or beyond that, we can cater to it. Only OConnect, to my knowledge, can do that. Perhaps there's so many features that we're seeing for the first time. And in the next release, this is in the current release that is live and ready to go live to the public. To the next release, we'll also start showing some of the artificial intelligence components as we go. So it's just about to disrupt the entire video conferencing market, period. So that is a paid product, is likely to be just about any day to be available to our initial customers. Now, the reason we didn't push it today, not because of OConnect, is because something we call it the ecosystem. We decided to call the dashboard the main platform of Onpassive, where we connect all the different applications in one dashboard, if you want to call it back office, or now we call it ecosystem, because it literally gather all and integrates all the different applications in one place. That is the Onpassive ecosystem. So the ecosystem, we have to go live with the most updated one. There's a new release of the ecosystem, and for the last or the past couple of days, we've been adding as we go. We're going to add another thing, or leave it for the next release. No, let's add it here. But a few things broke, meaning some security components needed to be tightened, not like because of the new additions, the last few days. So we've been adding so much that a few things failed the quality assurance QA test. So our developers and database experts had to send it back. I would imagine by this time in another day, like tomorrow, everything will be cleared out again, and that will give us it will open the door to add OConnect. So we will have OConnect there in the development environment, but we'll have it hidden until you confirm a day or two, 3 maybe maximum, to see everything is fine in the new ecosystem, that entire application with the previous free applications. If everything is clear, we all say thumbs up, then we click, we show OConnect. So OConnect will appear, and now you will be able to use it. When? Just about any day, okay? So we have a choice just to go and add it to the current, like OConnect, to the current ecosystem. But I don't think it's even worth to explain to your level of intelligence here, being one of the sharpest people I've ever met, at least in the last 2 hours. And I know you're very alert at this point. It's very simple. I don't think I need to explain why we're not tied up like to the calendar or the day. Best to tell you about this, and I like what he says. My brother Collins Mana, he would tell you, not even, don't put a date. Just your biggest enemy is the clock when it comes to developing something rather very new. we haven't done. So don't get trapped to the calendar or to the silly things. I don't even want to explain that, but I want to say that we are so on track with the development of what we have. That's at least for the part that you know or in anticipation for. And thank God there is not like one life-threatening application in Onpassive. So I hope everything is fine at your end and you're breathing fine and you're functioning as usual. So just about any day you will see the new ecosystem. A day, 2, 3, you know, then you will see the O Connect. Doesn't matter. This week, don't look at the clock. All right, but it's done. It's a done deal. I don't need to even emphasize this. So I am not here to tell you this, obviously. So now this is where we are. So we did it. The bottom line, we aim to create or redesign the whole internet, and we did it. Okay. And now we're at a stage where just about any day things will start emerging in the ecosystem, and it will be very, very interesting how much you can catch up with. I'm curious myself to see if you're going to be able to keep up with the pace. One thing goes up, we'll explain it to you. We'll have guides. Our teams are working on videos and guides and all of that. Even if it's self-explanatory, it's like a toy, to be honest with you, just navigate on your own and you'll be able to walk through, especially if you used any platform, whether it comes to a social media platform or a web conferencing platform, email platform, any of those, any website management you've done or seen before, this will be the easiest. It's straightforward in multiple languages, probably every needed language at the moment. Yeah, there will be people will have their own links. Basically, they can start sharing that. Each product will also have its own link. All right, if you are planning to target a specific, you know, software or product, example like Omail will have like Omail affiliate link that is just coded to you or to the user. If they decide to share it, there's an invite video. You click, you put somebody with an outsider email, you invite them through a video mail, and we do it. Or we did it on your behalf. It's like a professional video. Hey, this is the new cool technology we're using. Click the button here and have your own. You can have it. It's for free. And by that, the minute they do it, which is less than a minute, they are in your contacts, my contacts, and you can categorize them anywhere you want. If they're your family, if they're your associates or colleagues or neighbors or whatever the category is, we have groups of contact, and then you want to share the products with them. In the new ecosystem, obviously there will be the marketplace, all right, and any free application will already be available, full usage to you on the main menu. And anyone that you purchase, so you can shop, you could watch videos, navigate, take a look. All right, if you like it, you can purchase that. Okay, it's elementary, everything ABC. And it will then be available in your own account. So let's say you buy O Connect, it will start appearing on your main menu. So many other components are involved, like NDA, service agreement, all of that done, coded, If you want to become a reseller, there's a step for that. Just a couple clicks. Everything is digital. You don't have to print, fax, or stamp, or lick, or there's none of that. Okay, you don't have to do that. It's so digital, robotic, and clean from any device, perhaps. And the rest is history. This is how it will continue. We have a bunch of different applications are going to continue being released and upgraded, more frequent. I think we have everything in the pipeline and somehow under control, where that is the first phase of our journey. That's just the digital phase / AI. That will free us up to go to the next phase, at least from our side. By the time you get used to the new digital lifestyle of Onpassive, you're happy with it, you're having fun, we're gonna surprise you with numerous of inventions that will flip planet Earth upside down in a very positive way. And we will continue doing that. So we're more passionate about what we do long term than just like a silly day or component. So we see the big picture. We see far ahead to generations to come. And make no mistake, we already created a legacy for hundreds of years to come, guaranteed. At least we paved the way and we've developed that. I'll give you an example. Like, you think we have the ecosystem, probably you've seen it, I hope so. And on our side, to have that completely monitored and utilized as administration, we made it so robotic, like you could add a product on the fly, the pricing, commissions, if there are commissions involved, the structure, the business model of that. Just any one of us, administratives, you think they will be able to do that without having to go and code and do that. So we created that intelligent or smart way of articulating and structuring our ecosystem. So this will be easy. In fact, we're going to start fading out. I don't think this is the first time you hear us saying this, fading away from the Founders platform. Little by little, there's not much dependency on that. You're going to start seeing the communication properly, promptly, and constantly through the back office. That's the ecosystem in a much more, professional way. This is done too. So if that's not what I came here for, why did I come here? Aside from I miss you, I do, confession, but also, thank you, but also we have a few more things to add aside from just releasing the new ecosystem and Connect. That is a done deal. And now I'm just going to refresh your memory for those who have heard me the last couple of weeks. We have at least 2 in this month, assuming we're in April 2023, at least 2 nuclear bombs. At least 2 that we can confirm they're coming. Roughly a year ago, we start throwing those bombs when we announced that new location for Onpassive, the highest office on planet Earth, and owning multiple properties in the highest, tallest building on planet Earth. and having the largest marketing campaign in that region, perhaps globally at that capacity. We still, you witnessed, we still do that. A year later, we still do that periodically, and we will continue doing this for as long as we need to. There's no cap, and we've added a few more exotic things here and there. Our marketing is very obvious, not typical, and we're not looking to repeat anything from the past. If it's there, it's there. Use it. Not that we're claiming that didn't work at all, but I think there's so many things are in need to be upgraded, and marketing is one of them, because all the different communication sectors or I would say methods have changed, and marketing is a way of communicating with your potential customers or prospects. Then how come, it hasn't changed in a scientific way? It has to. And that's what we're doing. We're experimenting different things with Onpassive. We believe we are creating a new style of marketing, very futuristic and entertaining. We love what we do. You know the details of some of them, but more to come. And things are working. We are becoming a good reference for the market, or in the market, at least a few or a number of the major players, I would say, in this industry. They have approached us for a reason or another. We're becoming the hunted. I told you so. So it is quite refreshing. So that's on schedule for the month of April. What else? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Okay. You will start also seeing some products all of a sudden. We'll just have an connect, an email that, look in your back office, you got this new. If you want to use it, if it's available for purchase or use, you go for it. During this month as well, we should be seeing the new release of ONet and a new release of OMail. And there are more paid products following OConnect. That's on plan, on schedule, without the details for the public right now. But that's it. Game has been on, and I hope you will be in it. There's a big task that you have to do. Believe it or not, I'm not joking. You need to log in. You need to be engaged. I'm not being cynical here. I mean it. You have to be in it. Not like, okay, I signed up a year ago. That's not enough. In it. Like right now, tomorrow, yesterday, all the time. Not like got on and that's it. Have to be in it constantly. Live in it. If you do so, I can assure you, your life has never been the same, or your level of knowledge is going to increase dramatically. I assure you, you're going to be witnessing a new way of operating today's life. I'll give you an example. If you can give me your attention for a minute. Agriculture, 3,000 years ago. Can you envision? I wish I have a fancy presentation for you, but I want you to visualize it with me. All right. So if imagine a farm or how they used to raise animals 3,000 years ago and today with technology. Are they similar? Completely different. Transportation, 1,000 years ago and today. Any similarity? Not in my transportation. I have no camels or horses involved in my daily commute. And you can go on and on and on. And technology, communication, 100 years ago, needless to say, 1,000 years ago, could you just text somebody anywhere, any language, anytime, and they get it instantly, reply back, video conference, instantly with unlimited people using OConnect today, 2023? What about 1023, 1,000 years ago? How did it look? There was no OConnect, none of that. It's completely different. How we used to do banking hundreds of years ago and today, different. It's a little bit behind, but it will catch up. But one thing that's still in the same form from the beginning of life, education. Somebody sits, preach to an audience. We don't know if they get anything. Test, move, that's it. Sit down and listen to me, whether you like it or not. And this here is going to be the start of the educational revolution through Academy. This very year, we're going to set the whole world, completely revamp it on a new direction. We're not going to have an age limit, minimum or maximum, for the educated people. A limit due to a language or geographical location or financial status or connection or achievements or examination, none of that. We're going to have better access, almost unlimited, so scalable to any human as they desire, to literally empower them, equip them in every aspect of their life so they can have more fun, enjoy what they do, and be more worthy to their market or their passion. I am not going to tell you I have connections with the global leaders. They don't sit down with me. They don't give me daily report and tell me, listen, we're in deep weed. We're just about to crash in the global economy. Okay. Nobody told me that. Nobody can, be sure. We hope not. But all signs, if we read the current market, is on the verge of another collapse. And there will be victims, those who have a certain job or a career in a certain sector, they will be harmed. So it is wise for us to prepare, to have a backup plan, to have a plan B. Hopefully you can use Academy Onpassive suites or the different applications to better equip yourself and have a new talent or language or anything you wish. It will be a massive global training center for people who can get MBA or different certificates. It can give you a career or at least appraisal in your career. It is already in the pipeline. So that's our direction. I'm not going to get into the other revolutions that will follow, whether on joy or oh bless or oh women. Everything is intact and in such a beautiful way. We got better. I mean, it's very obvious we get better because of the people we have, because of the experience that we've gathered over time. So for those who are paying attention, yes, just about any time, it's up to you what you want to plan. It's up to you how you want to drive it. But what we can assure you is we're providing the finest technology, most ethical, and it has the power to change your life literally and completely. But it's up to you how you want to do it. This is a very powerful vehicle, and it will draw many more trends behind it. I'm talking about Onpassive. So this is just the start, and we are living that today. So I hope you are not in any way limiting your passion, engagement, plans, dreams to the cost of your, let's say, founder membership, or to the price. In many cases, it's been free. So if you're going to look at that as the value of what you have within the Onpassive vehicle, it is not a rational evaluation. You want to look at it from a different perspective, futuristic. You want to look at the global economy. You want to look at the entire technology and AI sector and the other components we have to follow. We have two more pending updates in the back office, and none of what I said covering the two pending. So there's still coming, two pending, and we still have the two nuclear bombs within this month. And your affiliate links are available. Your accounts are available. We're going to be having Connect sessions to walk you through different parts of Onpassive. We're going to focus one time on OMail, one time we focus on just so we can do some hands-on, and so that you can know how to utilize these technologies. One can be just for ONET. One can be just for the ecosystem. Ecosystem, believe it or not, is much bigger than I thought. And I was warning probably a year ago, I was warning the teams how massive, or more than a year ago, I was warning the managers how sensitive and how critical the dashboard is. We used to call the team O dashboard, now we call them ecosystem. I never told you we have O dashboard. We had now ecosystem. So the ecosystem, I was warning them, we need a very, very strong department and a large one, because there's going to be so much going on. So I was aware early on about the capacity and the how the complexity of the ecosystem. And believe it or not, like in the last few days, I am realizing, my goodness, this is much more sophisticated than I thought. Much more. It's the genius is to turn something so complicated into simple. This is what the ecosystem is doing. How is it doing all of that? And now you just add another light bulb, It's like a tree, Christmas tree, whatever tree you want to call it, but like starts with, 2, 3 light bulbs. It's massive, but it's barely bright. Most of it dark. But now, oh my God, it's the brighter it gets, the more, and you just add and plug in light bulbs and more lights and more lights and more lights. It's going to be fantastic. It's already done, and you will see that. It's so smart. They thought of every aspect and every scenario that could happen in your business, whether when it comes to a wallet or security, and the wallet in different place, and your marketplace, and the applications you have, and your level, and your status, and your users, and your calendar, and your contacts, and your links, and everything, how it works, and your invitees, and this and that. OMG. So I was more nervous, to be honest with you, because come on, I know it's complicated. I know, and I knew it's so much. How would it look? There's that sense. Now I can tell you, better than I thought. What a relief. And with the only company that it will be, or as of now, that simple, that friendly. I'm talking about the technology, the design, every element. So being perfectionist and patient and passionate and stick to your guns will pay off. And a lot of people think hard work. I don't even work. How? I mean, if I am not doing this, that would be a torture, not even work. What would I do? So I was born to do this. And I know we're going to change the world together because we have a bigger family. And I know you're going to like fly with it. You're going to thrive with it. It just, you couldn't ask for better, more powerful technology, more powerful ethical company to back you up. And you just, we're that warship launching pad. You can go anywhere you want, how far, how high you want to soar. It's up to you. And you could just sit there under a tree in a jungle and whine and grump all life. No problem. It's your choice. For me, I chose to change the world. And I think it starts with Onpassive. That's phase 1. And we are on the right direction. So again, I highly recommend for you to stay alive, not to die, at least in a couple of years. So do me a favor, reset your clock, and talk to God if you wish. Tell him, hey, I got a few things to do. If you can extend this expiration date. All right. I knew I was going to say it differently. I guess because you like so good and so sharp, you made me nervous. I'm almost like speechless. I don't know what to say, but I hope you got my point. My point is, we had a big dream called Onpassive. We kept improving that. As of today, we nailed it, and now we are ready to go and conquer the world with it. And while you're busy with it, we're going to shock your world with more phases, bigger than Onpassive itself, and more than you can imagine. And no human would imagine what we're building. No human on planet Earth would imagine what we're doing. And yes, it is very, very disruptive, and it will change the way we live and breathe and everything. Like what I'm trying to say, not only your ears will pop. I mean, that was a year ago, but now the planet will be reshaped. Okay? The first 4,000-5,000 of broken educational system, it was good for a while, but now it's time to change it. We're now going to set the clock on or the compass, if you wish, on a new different direction, complete different dimension. And who knows where it will end, but we know we will be intending to keep everything clean, ethical, respectful, and save time, save frustration for humanity. So we're proud of what we do. We are good at it. We are very good at what we do, and we're getting better, by the way. I just didn't want this day to pass by without giving you a clue. Out of respect, instead of just posting one note, I thought, why don't we come and chat live here? And it's a good opportunity to see you. Always. So we don't have time to keep up with the tiny details of what's happening because we're so focused and driven on the major projects we're working on. But I can assure you it's much bigger, better, sexier than I thought myself. I'm very happy and satisfied about where we are today. Like never before. I'm always, it's hard to please me when it comes to the quality and perfection. And it's not a negative thing. It's just I strive for higher quality in general. Anything I do, I say, go big or go home. Just that's my, way of doing it. If I don't think I'm gonna make it so big or so good, that's not my area. So if you see me doing Onpassive, you better know, yes, it will be the biggest. If you don't see me singing, because I suck at it, that's it. Like, there's no hope, there's no chance for it. So everybody know what they're good at. We're good at technology. We're good at, inspiring and helping humanity. All right, I see a few people are just like, okay, yeah, you can talk. I'm gonna shut up and listen to you.
Thanks, Ash. Good
You're
to
welcome,
see you.
and thank you for staying up late. Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, thank you. Those are great updates. We've got your back, and we're all excited, and for all of this. So April's going to be a big month.
Wow, 15 more days, another year for the McRae.
Yeah, can you believe it was a year ago? We were all a group of us together in Boston.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you. Thanks for the updates. Those are great.
Indeed. Yeah. Who knows what's going to come this year?
Hey, Ash, I want to thank you for not saying too much. I only had 2 notes. That is
Sure.
2 pages.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was
remember,
great.
easy is not the best. Okay. So if you have more to worry about, that's better. But hey, we can be simple sometimes.
Yeah, it was 2 pages, not 2 notes.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, Daryl, tell me. Anything else, or you're just happy that it was quick?
I knew there was a lot going on today.
Quick, yeah.
And it was very exciting, and I really appreciate you coming on and allowing us to have that disclosure. You've always been there. You've always done that. And you're not afraid to let the world know, hey, yeah, we've got plans, but sometimes plans need to take route A, sometimes they go route B, but we're always moving the ship forward. And that's what I really appreciate.
But how can we make it, Daryl and everyone? How can we make it clear? Like it's unfair to look at the clock when we're doing what we're doing. I mean,
Well,
you could do that if you have like a room or two to paint or, to polish, whatever. Yeah, we can push it. But what we're doing, and at this, it's not one thing. We're building numerous of trends and technologies and product, / companies, and good at them, okay, all at once, and opening new markets, and they're good. They're good.
It's just mind-boggling. It really is. And I don't know how you can explain that all. And I just appreciate all the leaders here that they've joined forces. I think we all have the same attitude and vision with you. And again, I think you make it as clear as you can. And that's just being a good leader, and someone that I believe myself and the rest of us have joined to follow. And that's bottom of my heart.
Thanks, Daryl. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Julie, are you managing the display? Is it showing the speaker or the gallery?
Right now, I believe it's gallery. Marty, could I take that and then I'll manage it right now? I'll put the speaker on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, for the YouTube watchers, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a gallery.
Yeah, I'll make it speaker. 1 second.
Yeah.
It's all good. We're ready to go. Let's see.
Okay. Anyone want to add any note or feedback, questions? You're welcome to say
You got some
anything.
hands raised.
Yeah, we got
Oh.
some hands. So let's start with the first hand. Let me get to the panel really quick.
Good to see you, as always, younger Charles. Welcome back to the
Thank you. Thank
end
you.
of opportunity.
Couldn't wait to come back to civilization. That's what somebody told me. Welcome back to civilization. I said, oh, really? Okay.
Oh, come on. You look much better there. Looks like you're having a blast there. Yeah.
Right. Just some organic food, that's all.
Nice.
Yeah.
But also being black helps.
Yes, it does. And then also, I did cut my hair because I had my hair growing. Like, okay, let me just get some fresh hair on the hair.
10 years younger, easily.
Exactly.
If not more. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm very excited with what we have right now. As a matter of fact, I wasn't expecting that we're gonna really get this by March 31st this year. I was thinking, wow, that's like serious. But saying that we're gonna get in a few days from now, that's amazing, really, really. And I know I always tell the people that listen to me, the founders, don't put a time on it, okay? I say it's March 31st, but just don't keep an open mind. This is bigger than you think.
Yeah, it just, I don't want to get into the timing thing again.
Right.
I don't think we want to go low or that low.
Exactly.
It's we're thinking much higher and above, and we don't want to, get trapped to that, but not to say anything also could be alarming. So I thought we just want to assure, but just I want you to skip that mentally, skip that clock. All right, it's done. I want you to have in my mind, if that helps, it's done. There's no way we come back. There's no way we can tell you, oh, we need a couple more months, and we just come and say it's about any day. Okay, so and in the meantime, I wish it could be more clear. And it's a challenge. Daryl probably could tell you it's not easy. How can I make it clear? It's almost like on you now, user. I'm not saying particularly the viewers now, or on the market, if you wish, because we've done more than you could expect from us. So I don't think we want to just like, okay, do it for me now. All right, here you go. You have it. Show me your muscles.
And then everything, every product is above market value. It's amazing. I mean,
And exactly, and we're gonna
It is.
give it to you better than you thought.
amazing.
Guaranteed. That's my seal, Ash seal.
We are just blessed to be part of this
Yeah.
revolution in making. Big revolution.
I saw Susie smile. In fact, I do have Ash Shield, believe it or not. For HR people, what I call it is Ash Shield. So there's certain people, I know them, okay, and I have certain vision for them, like not necessarily showing that on books and their performance. I'm talking about among our staff. So I tell their managers, this person has Ash Shield. You don't talk to them, all right? No matter what they do, they cannot be fired. They cannot be in any way, you know, aggravated, if you wish.
Awesome, everyone. Thank you, Charles.
Yeah.
If everyone could please, panelists, if you could please read the chat. I have names of everyone who's speaking today, and as a signal, when you're done, please mute yourself, just so that the next person know that you're finished. Thank you so much. Narelle?
Hello, everyone. Narelle from Australia. How are you all going? Lovely to see you, Ash. Yes, we miss you and we miss everyone. Where previously we were having lots and lots of webinars. I think our whole family, Onpassive family, are sort of just sitting there waiting and waiting. And I know Marty doesn't like that word waiting. But, you know, it's up to us as individuals as to what we put forward. You know, how we stand in this, how we stand together. We started united together, and I felt, you know, that was amazing, how to build so many what we call founders, now brand ambassadors, truly was something that a lot of us were looking for. We were looking for support. We were looking for that company, that business, that something to bring out our purpose, you know. So for me, that was truly amazing. I love listening to anyone who wants to speak on Passive, who wants to share, who just, yeah, is an Onpassivian. Today, when you spoke, Ash, I mean, there's so much coming, and I know that for some it can be overwhelming, and that's okay, you know, step by step, day by day. What stood out for me today, I was born into quite a poor family, dairy farmers, and you spoke about, you know, the simplicities of what things were, say, 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, and things definitely changed. We were one of the first families to ever have herringbone bales, they called them, which was the suction cups electronically put onto the cows to milk them rather than hand milking them, which was a big deal. You know, that was something huge, and it has probably progressed a little from there. One of the things, though, that you really stood out was that when you said education, you know, we were dumbed down, and I think a lot of education is dumbing down children. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I was at school. I was told that I should get married and have children. There was nothing about career as a woman, you know, but today we're going to have those choices, whether I'm 62 and I want to choose to do something now on purpose, right? But back then, children don't know what they want to do because they're still children. They're forced in to be a doctor or a lawyer. It's not something that they want to do on purpose. So I think bringing that out and making it purposeful, you know, like it's just incredible to me today. I've just stood out and just went, you know what, this is incredible, because I didn't know. I went on to I lied to get into my first job. And yes, I regret doing that. However, I got the job and it was a florist job. And I went on to be successful because, you know what, when you're on purpose, you can do and be anything you want to be and want to do. And that's what you are, Ash. You are on purpose. and you will achieve, and you will go forward, and you will take all of those who want to be with you on purpose with you. So thank you for letting me share. It's really lovely to see you all. And thank you, Ash, for everything that you do and the teams that are united in bringing that purpose forward. So thank you.
That's well said, Meryl. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Noel.
Thank you.
Well, hello, everyone. Greeting from Papua New Guinea. Can you hear me?
Yes, Brother
Thank
David,
you.
we can hear you. Take it away.
Thank you, Ash. We just want to say thank you. It's been a journey, and you brought us this far. Together, we've come to know a lot of people as Papua New Guinea, just because of Onpassive. Papua New Guinea has been projected to the forefront, and now so many people know Papua New Guinea through this platform. And we have learned a lot. We have gained a lot from everything that you started sharing from day one when I came into joining this business, and understanding and trying to capture your vision and connecting with you and sharing the business with a lot of our people here. It's been a learning journey for us, and as you correctly said, education has never changed. We learn in different capacities as where we are brought up in our environments and how we are brought up based on our culture, our influences, and what Onpassive is delivering here is massive for us. Technology is bringing all of us to the forefront, and what you're delivering with your team, we stand with you. We stand with you, and you said we must be patient and compassionate, passionate, sticking to the gun. That is what we want to do. And I believe all our founders here, brand ambassadors in Papua New Guinea, are right with you. We are right with you. And I can't say much. We're so glad and excited. Just looking forward to what is going to come forth. We want to experience life, see where it's going to take us to. Whatever the dreams that we have, it has been limited, but now Onpassive has exploded our minds and is helping us to enlarge that vision, the tent, the borders of our tent, and we can see beyond what's going to happen. For us in Papua New Guinea, I know it's going to change the nation forever. And thank you for that. That's all I want to share.
Thank you, David. Oh, that was me. I was while Meryl was talking about fair education and more or proper equipping and empowering, especially when it comes to women, if they are the ones who are building and making society, then how come they only represent less than 13% of the global wealth? And if we're thinking, we know a good number of them are being billionaires, those women, the 13%, are either married, okay, or divorced by a billionaire, or just an inheritance, okay? So it's rare that you see women having that proper empowerment to show what they have. But we will change that. The education fairness, the possibility of doing more with technology virtually, is definitely far, far more, you know, stronger than just what they can do in their local community and relying on their regulators and regulations in the local society. So I just was thinking about that when Narelle talked about, yeah, they're taught in a certain way, but we can change that. We will change that. So we're going to see more success. And I'm telling you that because of what I see from our women team already, the seed and the preparation, and Media and Professor Susan, and the steps they're taking, and the preparation. I think it's promising that we're going to see more successful entrepreneurs, women, to the global stage.
Hello, Mr. Ash.
Peter, hi.
I
You're
hope
still
you-
awake as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you and your family are doing well. Ramadan Kareem عليك.
Thank you.
Mr. Ash, you have a wonderful news, of course, for us as usual. But I wanted to thank you for being transparent with us and, you know, telling us exactly what's going on. I really appreciate that. You're always a man of your word. Couple of things that you've mentioned today that kind of struck me in a big deal. One is humanizing the AI. That is huge because there is a lot of AIs out there, like you mentioned, and some of them are used in the wrong directions, in an evil way, if you want to say that. To put the humanity into it, that's huge and never been done before in any other company. The other thing, of course, you mentioned the people that just care about the timing and the calendars and the dates and all that stuff. They need to go away or think differently than how they're thinking. The other things that everybody so far has touched on is education. That's huge. You know, standing firm and changing the education for our children and our new generation coming. That's just way overdue. So thank you so much for that. I can't wait to just look at what you're gonna do to the education system. Is way overdue. Thank you again for everything that you do, brother. Take care.
Did you know that you can reinvent your own brain and you're not stuck with the one that you have? No matter how old you are, where you live, how much money you have, how tall you are, it doesn't matter.
Let's do it.
So the brain you have right now, you're not stuck with it. We can start a fresh one and you can put in it whatever you like by design.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Of course.
Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you, Ash. It's so great to be here. I just wanted to say that here we came for an update, you know, ostensibly on OConnect, right? We were going to get an update on that. It's March 31st. But what you did is what you always do, which is over deliver. I mean, again and again and again, you know, so we got the update on OConnect and it's amazing. It's an amazing update on that we're going to have that in our hands in a matter of days or whenever it comes. It's going to be the perfect time. But then we find out that in April, we're going to have two updates in the back office that we don't even know what those are yet. Those weren't even discussed today. So we have those waiting like gifts to be opened. We have 2 bombs coming in April. We have another paid product that's on the heels of OConnect. So it's this constant flood of giving and giving and giving that you're always doing, and it's always better than we expect. And I'm humbled by that, and just knowing that this next phase is coming after all of these amazing solutions that are coming out for the ecosystem, that this next phase of reshaping the planet, of transforming everything, that's for me, that is just like, how did I end up here in this place where we get to be a part of transforming the planet? You know, the the excitement of that, the creativity of that, and getting to play a part with you and walk side by side as this is all happening is just the most humbling and beautiful experience I could ever have hoped to have. And just everything that everybody said, the humanizing, the women, the way that you empower women, that's going to transform the planet just in and of itself. So I just want to thank you, Ash. This is just, it's amazing what you're creating. Thank you for letting us play a part in it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Appreciate you.
Hi, Ash. Thank you, Ash.
Yeah. Hi, Kevin.
Bob, for
And Grisminder, whenever you come back.
my apologies, Gus. Why don't you go ahead?
Oh, anyone.
I
That's totally fine.
totally messed up. My bad.
You're
No
good.
worries, Kevin. No worries. Yeah, thank you, Ash, for a quick update. And really, I appreciate the way I think you are engaged actually with all of us every time you have come here. And last year, I remember this day, I think 30th of March, there was a bomb for all of us, the Burj Khalifa bomb, you know. And now you're talking about nuclear bomb. I don't know what is this, but really these things are really exciting, and which you have been doing from so many 4 or 5 years, and you are summing up all those things, I think, and that's why we can talk about nuclear things, okay, and really exciting all these updates. And going back, Niral was talking about women's, and like Onpassive is a platform. I think this is where our women's they have rightly used this platform. They have come out of their kitchens, and they are performing well. They are doing webinars. They are getting all those knowledge. And when I go back, in my webinars in India, you know, so many women, they are conducting those webinars, and like their testimonies is like that everything has changed for them, you know. Earlier they were only housewives, and now they are looking after their families, they are looking after children's, their jobs, and now there is an Onpassive for all women's, and they feel confident, I know. And not even confident, even a young generation. The other day, one 15-year boy, he came to my webinar, and he was talking like he's living a life with Onpassive. And I was really amazed with his knowledge. And I just said, come on, man, just 15 years old boy is having such a passionate about Onpassive. Look, 5 years from now, if you are performing like this, where your career is going to be with Onpassive. So Onpassive has given us such a platform for all of us. I think we are so blessed that we are lucky to be part of this huge opportunity, and the nuclear bombs which are coming. I think sky is the limit for all of. We are so excited. So thank you, Ash, for that. And I'll speak on behalf of Neeraj also. He's here, but his mic is not working. So he has sent me a message. So I'm reading on behalf of Neeraj. So Neeraj says that his mic is not working. And he said that, who said nuclear bombs are bad? Onpassive nuclear bombs are always the best. Wonderful update, Ash. April is going to be exciting. Really looking for new innovations coming, and the 10 products. And he says that also let him know that he's actually leaving for he has some work. Actually, he's traveling actually. So looking to be part of this changing world. So thank you, Neeraj, for your message as well. And really exciting news, and so many things. I don't know what to speak, but really thank you, Ash, for every time coming and exciting us day by day. The excitement is growing up. I don't know when you will come up with those nuclear bombs, what's going to happen. But thank you for everything, and thank you all.
Be clear, nothing harmful. It's just an analogy, all right?
Yes, we know, sir.
I don't want to be on the terrorist list, no fly list. Okay, no,
Yeah,
no,
we know.
yeah, because
But
this is
we'll,
public, right? Not only we chose to come and speak up openly, but also we are broadcasting this on many YouTube channels, and it will be on YouTube. So we got nothing to hide or to be vague
but
about.
the way you speak, actually, that is so exciting. I was talking to Neeraj the other day that so many things to learn from you. Sitting in your office from last 5 years, we are clearly watching you. You are sitting in your office and you have created a whole new word for just sitting over there, right? So this is a biggest operation, like inspiration, I can say. That a single man, with his thinking, how he can change the world. So I think the same thing. I think we all, like all the founders, have developed. We are thinking beyond our, I think, imaginations. How to uplift this society and as a people, as a general whole. I don't know. Something is new is happening to our lives, if we can say.
Beautiful.
And Onpassive has created all these things.
And it's probably the cheapest education you've had. I hope you are
Absolutely.
aware of the numbers, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ash.
I don't have a connect to show you the calculator, but he said 5 years. I'm just going to round it up. 4 years. If you've been with us 4 years and round it up like 1,500 days, $97 divided by 1,500, you paid a nickel a day or less. All right. So sorry for breaking the bank.
Thank you, Ash.
You cannot beat that, and you can still take it and walk away. But I also know what you meant when you talked about the people who came out, especially women in India. You witnessed that, people you never thought they would be known or visible. Bangladesh and Papua New Guinea, of course, is a good example. And this is exactly what we're doing. Life is no longer, especially with Onpassive, you no longer have to get a visa, travel, get a work visa or student visa, or you have to have a budget or certain CV or resume if you wish. You don't have to have that. Anyone with any device, okay, we will bring Onpassive and its goodness to you, no matter where you live, even if you stay home, any age, any time. We'll bring knowledge to you. We'll bring finances to you, opportunity to you, and you don't have to leave home. And it's up to you if you want to travel electively for leisure or for socializing with your fellow Onpassivians.
Kevin, are you there?
I am. Thank you, Julie. Let me first say hello to the panel. And my apologies to Gershminder. Gene got me so worked up, I forgot my place in line. I'll tell you, it's
good to see you, Kevin.
I'm sorry, sir.
Good to see you.
Oh, good to see you. Very good to see you. It's I really appreciate that decision you made tonight and put this together. It's that was a class call. That's what I see here. It's a class act, and I've been able to witness this for a while, and been over.
I was in New Jersey once, at least in my life, so that gives me some intelligence or qualification.
Yeah, I think it's some good people out there. No, I've been overwhelmed for a while, and but a good overwhelmed. So proud of what we are and what we're doing, and just blessed. And Pam and I want to make sure I mention Pam too. She's well, we're two peas in a pod, and we can't wait to get started. And we've already started.
You should, yeah.
And we're witnessing just some amazing things. I'm excited. a lot has been said tonight. A lot of good.
What do you
points.
do when you get excited, Kevin? Are you a dancer? Are you a singer? What do
I'm
you
not
do?
much of a dancer. I used to be a dancer, but then I quit drinking, and then I quit dancing right after I quit drinking. Shortly after that, but
Yeah.
no, I don't know. I get to talking fast. I know that, and I know I got a lot of people around me that would wish I'd shut up, but I've never been a part of anything like this, and I mean I know
And you will never be
and
again,
I never
guaranteed.
will again. That's for sure. And I just I'm just I don't know. I can't say enough. Narelle, she made some real good point about purpose, and Peter was talking about humanizing AI, and then Gershbinder finished it up with the power of one, just one multiplied. And I'll tell you what, I kind of do a before and after. I do a before Onpassive and an after, as far as I'm going. And I'm a different guy. I wake up differently. I go through the day differently, and I go to bed differently. And I'm full of hope. I'm full of promise. I'm full of excitement, even though I may not look like it. But I'm a changed man. It's hard to remember that guy before. And I see these faces, and I'm home. I'm home, and I love it. I love what we're doing. I love where we're going. I love who we're taking with us. And I just cannot thank you enough, sir, and your family. I'm humbled. I'm just so proud to be a part of this. I don't know what I did right, if I did anything right, but I'm going to try to raise up, raise the game. That's what I see to do. I've been offered an unbelievable opportunity here, and it's time for me to pick up my game a little bit and rise to the occasion is what I see. And you set a beautiful example, and it's very simple. You said a long time ago, just be cute. Well, I'm gonna have a hard time doing that, but I'm gonna do my best, and I'm here for the long haul. So thank you so much, and you all have a good night.
Thank you, Kevin and Pam as well. Appreciate you. Always good to hear you.
Hi, Dan. Are you with us?
I'm with you. Hi,
Awesome.
Julie.
Hi.
Hi, Ash. Hi,
Hey,
everybody
Dan.
on the panel. From day one, there has always been this amazing level of anticipation about and belief and trust and everything Onpassive, and I just have never had a doubt about the way that this company is going to move forward, but I think tonight what has struck me is a couple of things hit me. One was the level of commitment, and it's just been so amazing over this entire journey of the 4 years that I've been in this with Onpassive to watch the level of commitment and hard work, and not only the level of commitment and hard work, but the level of achievement that has occurred within Onpassive. And that's all happening while all of us are sleeping. And I think that I've developed this realization of how much is going on. And then when I think I know how much is going on, that's only a fraction of what really is going on behind the scenes, and what's going on in India, and what's going on in Dubai, and all over the world, and maybe even in a lot of places we don't even know yet.
Yes, you're damn right about that. 100%.
Yeah, and but I think I'll tell
bunch
you,
of them.
I'll tell you tonight. One of the things that hit me and struck out to me, Ash, is your level of excitement. You said has never been better, and you're more relaxed, and your level of excitement, because I know just from experiencing you over these last 4 years how picky you are, and how the value has to be perfect before that quality of the product, and the quality of the product has to be perfect before it moves forward. And it just sounds to me tonight like there's so much moving forward, and it's so exciting because I've always believed it. I've never had a doubt. I don't care when it happens because I know what's going to happen. And I just thank you for inviting me on the call tonight and giving me these updates. But I'm excited because
What do
you're
you
excited.
do when you get more excited? And you're about to get
What do
very
I do?
excited to a new height.
You know, there's a lot of things that I enjoy doing, but I think the main thing I get excited about today is what we've all been talking about, and that's how I can bless other people. Because
Yes, indeed.
giving to me is
Music to my ears.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's not about me getting excited about me. It's about me getting excited about helping other people.
But believe it or not, it's also about you because it's fulfilling. It's how you feel.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, it's fun. I love what Kevin said. You know, there's like almost a different version for all of us, like before Onpassive and after Onpassive. But I don't think there's after Onpassive. It's like before Onpassive and with Onpassive, right? Yeah, I mean, we at least mentally, I guess, we're different. Except me, I have changed physically with Onpassive totally. You know how I used to look before Onpassive? You want to see how I look now? Or I will look probably in 2 years. This is how Ash in 2 more years if I continue doing this. Ask me, AI-driven projection for my 2025 look. Rob Gorman, take it away. Are you planning to talk?
I'm here to talk, if I may, and Lynn
Looking
would
sharp.
say a few things.
Men in Black, I like that.
No, I'm modeled after my CEO, sir. A couple things I'd like to mention. Number
And
one,
that's Marty DeGarmo, right? By CEO, right? Yeah.
one thing I'd like to mention is the next time we appear live, we're going to try to do it where only one of us is in the screen, because our camera, for whatever reason, doesn't know where to go, right or left. So not being enough of a techie with video, that's what we're going to try first, but it's working now. We were both fading in and out. The second thing I'd like to mention is no one asked a fine surgeon, how many hours is it going to take for you to do that brain surgery? No one asked the artist, well, how long is it going to take you to paint that painting?
As long as you fix it.
And then no one asked a fine trumpet player, how long are you going to practice today? Well, that's the way things are here. There's no reason to ask how long it's going to take. It's let's enjoy the journey. And tonight, I really feel like I'm ready for you to get in the operating room and do what you're doing, what you're already doing, and get rid of some of this pollution around the world. And I think as a whole, 1,400,000 founders are going to have an impact. And we're both very proud to be part of that. And we're going to see it until the finish. And the finish will be when there's no more wars, there's no more horrible petty jealousies, animosities, hatred, and there's more love in the world. And that's our goal, I think. So that's it. I'm going to move so Lenny can be in the front seat.
Thank you, Rob. I don't know if he can still hear us. Is it on the speaker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, I just want to make sure. Speaking of that camera thing, I almost forgot there are different types of bombs right? I mean, like the ones I mentioned, nuclear, biological, right? Okay, different types of bombs. That was until today. There's a new bomb called Rob bomb. Just because you mentioned it, I'm gonna call it Rob bomb. And that is on the 15th of April. It's official. I'm gonna announce that just because of you. And that's not one of the bombs that was supposed to be in April. That's just a bonus bomb. All right. Who gets bonus bombs? Okay, except Onpassive. Okay. On the 15th of this month, we're starting manufacturing our own hardware, cameras, and web conferencing equipments, and will be available in the marketplace of your Onpassive ecosystem. Just 2 weeks later, we are going to start manufacturing them. They are O-Connect line hardwares. And put a price on them. We'll give you a commission as well. If you decide to resell them or buy one from your own shop, you'll save some or get commission to yourself. So that's a bonus one for you, brother. Okay.
Well, my mother always said to my younger brother, "You're really a troublemaker, Gorman." Didn't mean to have you drop another bomb, but you know, I think we're all grateful for.
That's no secret. 2 weeks, we're gonna be talking more about it, like because we realized, yeah, it will make a difference in the quality, and they are amazing. Of course, we're gonna sell them cheaper. They will be shipped to you anywhere in the world. By the way, you buy them, you can resell them for, you know, companies, boardrooms, individuals, so many components, and they are going to production on the 15th.
Exciting stuff, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I forgot to tell you we're done with that. Yeah, almost forgot.
Something tells me you might have some more. I think we'll just quit while we're ahead.
All right, back to Lynn. Sorry, Lynn.
No, not at all. Well, that's exciting. The
I don't
hardware.
have a bomb for you.
Aw.
Like, to be clear, okay?
That was a great bomb. I'm happy with that one. I just wanted to say, you know, talk about having faith and being loyal. And to me, those are things that we need to have now or do now, especially as we go to the starting gate, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, for me personally, I have such faith in this company and in our CEO, you, Mr. Ash Mufareh. It really helps me to have peace. I know I've said it before, but I really do. I have peace in my heart. And when these little things happen, maybe a little bit of a delay or whatever, doesn't faze me, because I believe that things are happening in the manner that they're supposed to, at the time they're supposed to, and how everything is by design. So I feel really good about everything that's happening within Onpassive. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Ms. Mufareh, but
It does. Thank you, Lynn.
yeah, it's just a beautiful journey. I'm grateful to be one of the lucky ones to be on this journey. I think all of us here would concur that we are definitely blessed and we are in the right place at the right time. So thank you so much. That's all I really wanted to say. Love
Thank you,
all.
Lynn. Definitely, it's fulfilling to be living on a mission with a high purpose in life. Not just, like Dan said, you know, what you will be able to do with the options and solutions of Onpassive to others. That is very impactful. If you're doing that with a mass scale, like, you know, the number of Onpassive. So I don't know. It feels that's the norm, like that we're going to be explosive again. and numbers and, you know, attraction and go into new milestone. That's what we do. But for some reason, it was necessary for the past phase or so, few months, if you wish, to be more behind the scene driven type of work. And I wish, you know, we had the luxury to share with you the details, but unfortunately, you know, the time wasn't proper for it. It's gonna, now the new phase will liberate us to be more outspoken. We chose not to talk until, like, you see that first step, which is now we're witnessing these days that you're just about to experience. That gets out of the way, we're a whole new different I would say communication structure, if you wish.
Hi, Ash.
Hi, Janet. Good to see you, and thank you
Good.
for staying up late for us.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Hi, everyone here on the panel. Thanks for inviting me to be here tonight, Ash, as well. I want to say this journey's been amazing. It's been great to meet so many people from around the world. But I want to emphasize, Ash, while you were taking the time to, and to paraphrase your words a bit, change the internet, change the way that the world works, and all the effort that's been put into everything. I want to thank you for the hours that you took to spend time with all of us here, the founders, to, you know, talk about life, talk about what's important, and really dive into the reasons why you're doing what you're doing, and how and why you're changing the internet, and why you're reshaping the planet, because it's a lot of work that was taken to create and do what you did, and not everybody will take the time to dive in to explain the why behind what they're doing, because it's really been beneficial for me. I've learned a lot, and I know that many of the founders here as well have learned a lot from it, and that we've grown a lot. And I believe that that's going to drive the passion to really take what you've brought to the world to that next level, because I know all of us here are going to do that extra work and go the extra mile in it. A couple of things that you mentioned here tonight was, you mentioned that it's what we do with it now, how we choose to be in it and take those next steps. And I truly hope that all of the founders, I know all the founders here on the panel and all of that are watching, really take that seriously, and get in it and be in it, because a lot of work went into it and a lot of time went into it, and we need to see it through. We really need to see it through. And when you talk about the digital phase as the part that we're into next, that's one aspect, and then you've got all of the other phases that you're talking about that are coming. I want to also encourage everyone to check out the blog. You know, go to onpassive.com and go to that blog and really look. If you don't know what Onpassive is about, go to the blog and really start to learn what you have at your fingertips. So with that, I just want to say thanks, and I'm really honored to be here. That's it. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Janet. We're honored to have you as well. Definitely, our teams take the time and they put the effort to publish those blogs for you. They will definitely add value to you if you get engaged. Or you could set that notification thing on your desktop or whatever. So every time there's a blog, it will pop on your screen. The push button thing. Bob Takusi.
Yes, sir. Hello, Ash. Good to see
Welcome back.
you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, or good morning. It's almost 1 a.m. here. For me, Mr. Ash, what struck me after you spoke is the authority and the absolute certainty, the confidence and the conviction in which you said, we are going to reorganize the internet. When you made that statement, I was just thinking about the internet that we know and the billions of people who use the internet. You said we're going to combine everything in one place, in one platform that gets you everything you need in your digital life. I mean,
clean, ethical, cheap.
Clean, ethical, you know.
Put it to work for you.
With unseen technologies.
Yes.
You know, and then you're very transparent. Again, you come in. I mean, this is a system, a massive system that the world has never seen before. And we have a slight hiccup, and you are transparent enough to call us this evening to let us know, hey, we have a hiccup, and that's technology. That's what happens every day. You know, when you're building a massive system like this and you're trying to migrate to move from one environment to another, you get hiccups. But guess what? We have the experts. We have the experts that are going to do what it takes to get it fixed. And within the next couple of days, we're going to where we're going to go. Earlier today, we were talking at Roblin, we're talking about loyalty. We're talking about loyalty being everything. I just want to thank you for also being loyal to us. By convening us here this evening, it shows love, respect, trust, hope, and value that we're talking about this evening. So just want to, thank you for having me, for inviting me here, and all the best to our tech team.
Bob, you're not going to believe this.
What, Ash?
Back in October, I was in a boardroom with several lawyers. Different topic, okay? But, about Onpassive. And something came out and they knew about one of the following phases, but not in details, but they knew what's coming. One stood up, literally, big man, and said, why are you doing this? Why don't you, why are you doing Onpassive in a way, like the one we're doing? Why don't you just go to that? That's how good it is.
Yeah.
So that confidence is not just about what most people know. It's also what's coming in Onpassive and what's coming, or what's in the pipeline that will also follow and continue to be revealed. We love what we do. That's the bottom line.
It just feels good listening to you as we all sit here on this panel. It rubs off on us too, just that confidence, that power. We carry it on with us too. And as we talk about Onpassive, we have the same feeling that we get from you. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, not everything has to be 100 physically visible, okay?
Yeah.
For some reasons, okay? And but scientifically, there are many things that are so powerful, crucial to our life. I mean, water is transparent, oxygen is transparent, electricity is it's invisible, right?
Yeah.
but we cannot argue it. Gravity is there. Cannot see it. We cannot argue it. It's a law. And we believe in what we're doing, and we have high conviction, and it might not be as visible or physically visible for obvious reasons to the public, but we can tell there they are. The signs are very clear.
Yep. Thank you.
Of course. Good to see you, brother.
Same here.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi,
Wa
Ash.
alaikum assalam. Good morning.
Mahfouz from Bangladesh. Hi, everyone. Hi, all the leaders. Happy Ramadan to you, Ash.
Happy Ramadan.
Good to see you, your face, lovely face. Actually, always your presence, that means our inspiration from the day one that is going on, actually. I want to mention just one line, that is do or die. When anybody can say this line. Firstly, if you wish, and after that, if you have a proper plan to do that, and then if you do ethically and honest way, then you will get a great confidence, actual confidence. And based on your confidence, you can say do or die, and nothing is impossible in this Onpassive by the grace of Almighty right now. That already we are doing in this way. You are really, really appreciated by all of us, because I have seen many faces that when they are feeling any odd situation in their personal life or family life, when they are coming or joining at a webinar, or they are talking about Onpassive, where just in any kind of discussion with any leaders or any group discussion about Onpassive, their face is shown that yes, they are now, it's okay, like oxygen. Okay. So we are really going to change the world. We are going to reshape the world. Already many proof already has been taken in this world from, especially I can say about Bangladesh. A few days back, Bangladesh donated around $1,500 for Rwanda school, that means Williams School. Before Onpassive, we have never thought about this type of activity, because already Bangladesh is not a very rich country. Okay, but we have good soul, we have that type of mentality to help others, and we are practicing that. So it's a great sign. Only because of Onpassive, we are just being reshaped, and we are just transforming our mind setup. Okay. And thanks once again to Krish, because you are doing a really incredible job in this way through Oblast type of activity. And our mentality is being changed actually. 24/7, our leader, Ash Mufareh, and all the tech team or media team and all the leaders, you are doing really fantastic job. And that is completely beyond our imagination. We are really getting delivery beyond our expectation sometimes. When we are getting that sometimes maybe 7 days or 5 days, we are not getting any corporate webinar. That some people are thinking that what is going on actually behind the scene. But those who have confidence, they think that yes, definitely Ash is coming up within short time, and there will be a bomb. Definitely there will be a bomb. Okay, so really I appreciate Ash, and always time from the bottom of our heart on behalf of Bangladesh. We are just praying always time for you, your family, and all the tech team or media team, those who are working behind the scene to change the world, to reshape the world. And the last line I can say, we all the brand ambassadors of the world 1.4 million, we are soldiers of you, we are the captain, just go ahead. Definitely we will reshape the world by the grace of Almighty.
Can you tell me something? What happens when Bangladeshi people get excited? Not just you.
Oh yeah, excited because our Bangladesh already so far.
What do they do physically? What do they do?
Physically,
food, dance, music. Give me the good stuff.
Dance definitely.
All right,
love
that's what I'm
music
talking
and
about. Because I want to see the talent on the Bangladesh office inauguration. All right.
Yeah, right. Yes. They are so much excited in that time. They were so much excited and they were doing dance, but actually due to some time shortage, I stopped them. But we love to dance when we are feeling excitement. Yeah, and definitely we are eagerly waiting for our Bangladesh office inauguration, and definitely we will dance. We are ready to dance. Okay, and before that, actually in every single day, people are feeling excitement as because they are observing that day after day Onpassive is just forwarding, moving forward. We are not stuck in the same place. They feel that they just right. Thank you, Ash, and thank you for inviting me in this panel today.
Oh, thank you for coming. Yes, almost no notice. I was feeling lonely, so salam alaikum. But inshallah, we'll see you on the inauguration, okay? On the office launch.
Yeah, definitely, yes. Thank you so much.
Take care, okay?
Take care, brother. Love you.
Love you too. Ramadan Kareem. Mubarak.
Happy Ramadan. Mubarak.
Hello, everybody.
No way.
My name is
this
John,
John
White. Yes, and you're not.
OMG. OMG. The real one? The
Yes,
official?
the official.
Good to see you, brother. Come on. Where
Good to
have
see
you been?
you, brother. Yeah, I'm just totally blown away with all of what is happening now.
And
I
you
have
get younger when you're blown away?
yes,
Jeez, what do you do?
yeah, you know, I'm
I want to be
perpetually
blown
looking
away
forward.
that I look like you. So blown away. I'm sorry. Go take it away.
I
I
appreciate
just
it.
couldn't help. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, I have a founder who lives in California, and he's been in IT for 40 years. And he says, man, what is happening with Onpassive? He says that the things that you're doing now, how can you do it within 5 years? It's legitimate, it's authentic. He was telling me about platforms, a single platform taking maybe 5 to 7 years to develop, and still it's not working. And what you have been able to do, Mr. Mufareh, is you surrounded yourself with people who think like you, people who feel like you, people who have the same type of values that you have. It's like a magnet, you see. So you didn't go out campaigning. They came in campaigning to you to try to get aboard Onpassive. Each time that you come out with something, it's never second best. It's always the best. Second is not in your vocabulary. I was talking with Chris Johnson the other day, and this is a video conferencing tool. I'm not mentioning the name, but it's an industry that's worth in 2029 be around $17 billion. That's minuscule compared to what we have in our hands. Like for instance, each video conferencing, unless it's something different, I don't know if you guys have heard of Cisco systems, right? They piggyback off of Cisco systems, the infrastructure of Cisco systems. It's almost like when AT&T was, to be broken down, and you had MCI and other carriers, they had to use the infrastructure of that until they got their own. Now, I was saying that right now, Cisco revenue is almost $52 billion a year. But guess what? That's something that's approachable with Mr. Mufareh. I said that maybe they weren't going to get into hardware. And what did you just say? We're going to have hardware. That's incredible. So each and every time, he's always thinking about how he can benefit others as opposed to himself. We're sitting on a gold mine that's just extraordinary. Now, if he had the same kind of mental attitude as these billionaires, then we probably wouldn't be around. Not as founders. He'd probably go public and then, sell the stock, but that's not in his DNA. And he's been able to attract people with the same DNA. You've heard the scare tactics about AI. My brother said, man, you think that we're going to be stopped because of AI? I said, how's that? When the human is going to be able to program AI to do what they want to be done. See, if you've got heart, if you're not corrupt, if you have love for humanity, then you program the AI to follow what's in your heart, to follow
Work
what's
for
in your
us.
mind.
Absolutely.
You see, so I'm really excited.
I know you don't use much like shampoo and conditioners to yourself or for yourself, but I know you will know the analogy. Certain products that work better or well within the same brand or product line. Like, if you have this, shampoo, it works perfect with this conditioner or serum or whatever. And likewise in technology, LG TV works with this equipment better. I haven't seen a web conferencing company where they have their hardware line as well. So now we're going to even take the web conferencing with OConnect to a new height, new level with the same technology, like hardware technology. And that's going to even be another breakthrough.
Yes, it's incredible. With know your customer, right? I was talking with Red, and Red came out with this incredible amount of 1,500,000 billion. And I'm from the old school, and that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that's a whole industry by itself.
Yeah.
You all have a given spirit. You said, hey, I'm going to make it easy for my founders to be able to have facial recognition without having to go outside, with a third party. So what you've done is that you have made it convenient for us, but you've also made it convenient for others.
And you don't pay for it. That's the thing.
Can
you imagine if you want to have, just the basic account? There are different levels in Twitter now. $8 a month, $12 a month, not once.
A month. That's
for
crazy.
What do you call it? Facebook, and that's well over $150 easy if you want to have a verified account or KYC on your account. And that alone, just 100, and so they're profiting. Not enough for them. See how greedy they are. Like, not enough that the customer is their only an actual product. They don't have a product. The customer, the user is the used. That's what I call it. Okay, you are being used if you used their. You're being manipulated if you use their thing. Okay, don't want to call it a product. And not enough. They're now, because it's drying out, it's becoming an old game, and they're being exposed their crooked way of manipulating the data for people, of course, after a few years now. People are fed up with it. Of course, they're crying out loud for a new solution. And now they want to try to even make more from the same user they have. For what? So just imagine WhatsApp was sold years ago for $19 billion. Skype, I think $8.5, $9 billion as well to Microsoft. And they both combined don't do a portion of what OConnect does or Opal. We're not gonna have people bankrupt for them. So you're paying, if you use them, you're paying, for either the paid service or your data is being abused. It's as simple as that. It makes sense for us to flip the game and have people becoming partners, not users. And there's a lot of money could be made. We don't have to make money with every little product that we produce.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
So how often do you talk to your twin?
My twin.
The white version of John White.
Let's see. Well, Chris calls me John Caucasian. Is he my twin, or maybe Marty? Because of maybe
it could work both ways. I agree. Yes, yes.
We talk almost every day.
That's
right,
beautiful.
Chris?
I'm just jealous.
Don't be
They
jealous.
don't talk to me. Yeah.
And quiet as it's kept, Mr. Mufareh, you use a lot of metaphorical terms or words, not to be taken literally, like
yes,
nuclear bomb. Okay.
Yeah, I had to clarify that.
Yeah, that was metaphorically speaking.
Yes.
Right, Chris?
Yeah, I'm really worried about that one next week, but we'll get it fixed. We'll fix. Sometimes Ash says things, I'm like, please don't say that. Don't say that. But he's clearing it up. He's clearing it up.
All right, Ash, I think I'm next. It's so good to be here, man. I am so excited. This has been just a whirlwind of a couple days. And just like to say, man, I don't know myself. I don't know whether to jump. I don't know whether to run. I don't know whether to cry. I've got all these emotions going on because we have reached the one top and we're just refilling and we're getting ready to head to the next one, man. And talk about excited, I think as Kevin said it, Onpassive has changed all of us. I believe lots of people, and we have changed, and the love that we feel on these webinars is just crazy. And Dan talked about, how we are now, it's changed us to the point where, it's not really about us no more, even though we do have it coming, but we realize that we're taken care of, and it's about reaching back and grabbing that guy that's down one step below us and pulling him up with us, and bringing us all to the top. That's what it's about, and helping even pushing people above us,
Yep.
And so that's what I want to do. I want to enjoy the journey. And I know Gerstminder talked about the power of one. And, 2 years ago or so, I come up with a saying that I said, Onpassive is changing the world, one person at a time. And it started with Ash Mufareh, and it did. You made the difference. You made the change. You come out and you said, I'm going to do this. And I want to do this. And
you know why I'm laughing now?
Why is that?
Because very soon we're going to be grabbing them by the millions. That will be a little outdated. You're going to have to upgrade the statement. Yeah.
And it's good. Yeah. We'll be changing them because there's a million. But, it all started with one, and as it grows, but how cool is that? But the other thing that I'd like to say is, Onpassive is not a one type thing, you know. Me and Marty, sometimes we get going about different things, and man, he'll bounce something off me and I'll bounce something off of him. And there are so many things that Onpassive will work for. It's whatever you're passionate about. And there shouldn't, you know, everyone's got their own vehicle. You go where you want to, and it'll work for you. You know, Onpassive will work for everybody. And so I don't know. I'm just gonna bless so I can get blessed, man. And it's gonna work just like that for all of us. You know, we don't know what's in store for us. I know we just know a little bit of the just very little bit. I mean, last night I woke up at 3 this morning after hearing Marty and Jeannie and Colin talking, you know, on the Robin Lynn show. I was listening to it. I told him, I said, man, I said, I'm going to have a hard time now when I see you in person, because I listened to you at 1.75, you know, and it's like, wait a minute, but I understand it now. And it's just great, man. What's being done for Onpassive. I thank you so much for putting this together and for allowing us to be part of it, you know, and all the founders, you know, every one of you, you know, we're all important in this thing. And let's take this thing to the next level. I love you, Ash, man, and thanks for all you do, brother.
Thank you, brother. Good to see you always.
Good to see you.
Hi, Ash. Hi, everybody.
Pam, hi.
How are you?
Fantastic.
Good to hear it. I know,
With the
you know
family.
what? This is such an honor to be here with all of you. And I was thinking, you know, I wasn't going to speak because everybody always says such good things. And I thought, no, it's a privilege to be here and to be invited. So I needed to speak up. And in answer to the question about Kevin and his excitement, I go crazy enough for the both of us. Believe me, he gets spitty when I'm around.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I like crazy. That's my style.
Something that you mentioned with you know, your examples from way back into now, and that was one of the things, and I know a lot of you know this, that got me excited about Onpassive at all, because technology, it's not going anywhere. It's only always improving. So this is exciting. But something that Kevin and I both, it's really instilled a desire to learn more. And we've been watching things that when you say something, and if I don't quite understand how it works, because my brain doesn't work like yours, but we start watching things and it's like, that, oh my gosh, oh, this makes sense now. And so, you know, thank you. Thank you so much. At 71, you're never too old to learn. And like Marty says, you know, sitting idle, waiting, nuh-uh, man, do something. And thank you. This has been a great honor. And yeah, we're excited. Thanks a lot, guys.
Fantastic. Good seeing you.
Same here.
Okay, Pammy, by the way, I love your hair. You look absolutely beautiful. All my sisters on here do as usual. Guys, you're okay. You can improve. You're not all as good looking as me, but you're working on it. I know. Ash, brother, good to see you. Love to see you smile. You're looking fit and thin. I hope your beautiful wife and your phenomenal kids are doing great. Give them a big hug for me, for the sacrifices they've made for us. And a lot of people forget that sometimes is, I think that your wife and kids really make the ultimate sacrifice to allow you to do what your dreams are. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. And I think a lot of people through me want to say thank you to your wife and to your kids for sharing us with you. So thanks for that. You know, I talk a lot during the week about things that come into my heart and my head and where I think Onpassive has given me the opportunities. And I look at Onpassive as in the last, 100, 200 years, there's really never been a balance in this world. We've had so many things in our past 200 years and longer that have been hateful, hurtful, and there's never been a balance. We're in this day and age, we're still fighting over things that were 200 years ago. We're not, as a world and society, no one's changing. I think sometimes it gets worse. because we're still fighting old wars and we shouldn't have to. When I came to Onpassive, I realized probably after about a month I was in it that there's a company that now has a balance for the world, accepting everyone for who they are, no matter what, and people working together. It's really hard coming from where I came from to actually seeing a million, over a million people that get along, have the same mindset. And I think it's pretty amazing. But if you really think about it, in 200 years, we've never had a balance. We've had the super rich, we've had the super poor, and we had the people in the middle that were struggling just as bad as the poor. And now you come along. I always say it funny. You had the audacity to come along and start a company called Onpassive. Dream about it. I think for over 30 years. I think when you were a child, you thought about this greatness in your head and you ran with it. And you got people, you talk to a few people, next thing you know, there's 10, 20, and look at us today. Look at you today, Ash Mufareh. It's not talking about us. Look at what you did because you wanted to change something. There's not many people like you in the last 200 years, 1,000 years, 2,000 years that existed. That's the honest to God truth. Am I saying that to kiss your butt? Absolutely not. I'm telling you because it's the truth. All right. We needed more Abraham Lincolns, all right, in the last 200 years. We needed more Jesus Christ in the last 2,000 years. And we definitely got a guy named Ash Mufareh, who I think and I'm not comparing you with any of those people, but I'm saying you have a quality of each great person that I've ever seen or studied in history in your DNA. And I talked about DNA and what you really did, Ash. And I still think a lot of people, not on this panel, because I know most of you, but I still believe it. If you're listening, you can get it mad at me. There's a lot of people in this family who don't really understand your new outcome that Ash Mufareh and his team and his family has sacrificed to change it for all of us. Your outcome, your future is going to be so much better. And all it takes is a little bit of patience and a little bit of time. 32 years, folks, to get a pension. I've said that more than I've ever said in the last 5 weeks because I want you to understand. I think what Rob Gorman said about the artist, I love that, Rob, by the way. But you talk about 32 years of my life, I waited for a pension. And I'm going to tell you what, retirement and pensions, they're not so great. It's how you live your life that's great. Saving everything. If you save, I was telling Marty, if you save every dime for 30 years and you don't have kids and you don't, your furnace never breaks, your car never breaks, you never go out and buy a car, you buy a bicycle, you might have a decent retirement for maybe 5 or 6 years. But when I saw Onpassive, I thought, man, Onpassive, I saved all these years, which I'm thankful I worked. I got a pension, I got 401k, and it still does not compare to what I believe Onpassive is going to take me to and above. So my outcome is like the rest of your outcomes, but maybe you don't know it. And I'm saying, wake up, be thankful for this crazy guy in the middle on my screen, because I can call him crazy because he's crazy love, man, and he cares about all of us. And that's all I got. So, man, be excited, stay alive. If this takes a few more days, a few more weeks, a few more months, I'm right here behind you, Ash. All right, right behind you, right next to you, anywhere you got to go. God bless.
I don't mean you specifically. Don't take it as an insult, okay, please? And I know you're going to understand. But no matter how, I mean, yeah, of course, thankfully, you're one of the fortunate citizens who have those benefits and privileges, whether it's a pension or the 401k and retirement. But most people, they don't have that. But even if you have all of those, they're just good enough to keep you within the trap. I don't want to call it the rat trap. Okay, you're still programmed and limited, no matter, even if you double them. How good? You don't have all the choices in life. And again, that's what all money does, okay? It just gives you choices. I'm going to make you happy. Yeah, I refuse to say, oh, it's not important, it's not a big deal. It is a damn big deal. It gives you choices. It gives you comfort and how you utilize it and the progress and the impact on others. You need money for everything. But is it your happiness? No. I mean, don't take my word, but don't waste your time chasing the money for happiness. That it's a powerful tool. So yeah, it's just good enough to keep us in the tank.
Hello, Ash. Good evening.
Robin from Canada, good to see you.
And you as well. I'm going to put you on the hot seat. First of all, you're looking very
ready.
well tonight. You are looking well. You're looking young. You don't look as if you've had any stress at all. These past 4 years have flown by, and you are sitting there like the cat that's watching the canary patiently. You are relaxed in your knowing, the confidence, the leadership, your strength of character, your integrity, no ego. You are humble and you exude humility. You speak truth with love and respect for each other, for the founders, for your staff, for your colleagues. And you speak with and have and show kindness with empathy, acceptance, understanding, and patience. Those are traits that you exude, that you have shown us from the very beginning. And I've been with you for over 4 years now. And I have only missed maybe 3 of your webinars and 3 of the first calls. This is what other founders, this is what other people can copy or can reinforce in themselves. And just imagine this incredible wave of people who are yet to come into Onpassive as customers or resellers, who resonate with exactly what you are showing, but who resonate with exactly the traits that we are bringing forward, representative of what Onpassive is. This will swell the flow of humanity, be it in the academia sector, whether it be in OBless, whether it be in other businesses, whether it's in OConnect, and everything else that you are bringing forward through this incredible company called Onpassive. We can be this and so much more to help the world and the people through our actions and our words. And it starts with us, but many of us have this in us already, but spending time with each other and getting to know each other and reinforcing this within each other helps it to grow and bloom. This is the springtime in the world in many places. This is also the springtime of what we bring forward now as we're about to enter into the public domain, meeting more customers and more resellers. And if your dreams do not frighten you, scare you, or unsettle you, you are not dreaming big enough. Ash, thank you so much for you, for your family who share you with us, and for everybody that you have brought into Onpassive through your integrity, through your connections, your friendships, your professionalism, and what you're doing. Thank you so much.
That was so beautiful and so kind of you. Really thoughtful. Appreciate you, as always. Good to have you, Robin. Appreciate you. I thought you were talking to Chris in the beginning, but you kept saying my name.
I thought it was me, but I found out it was. Yeah.
One of you.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm following Robin again. You know, I've been talking to people about this nasty word called waiting or expecting or time or a date. I found out a long time ago in Onpassive, if you can put in your head that if you believe what we see, which is a blind man could see it, we're in the middle of greatness. And when you know that, you owe me nothing. I don't need a date. I don't even need an update. I don't need to know what's coming next. I know it's going to be better than what I already know. And I'm already, my cup runneth over with what I do know. If people could know, I don't care what percentage I know. If you know that you're in greatness, I mean, walking in greatness, you should be ashamed to put a date or a time on anything to do with Onpassive. To me, it's a nasty thing to think of. I never do it. People don't ask me about it because there's a lot of things you can ask me. That's not one. We are very fortunate to be where we are. Nobody knows when. It's too big to know when because it's too great. When it's ready, you'll know. But I tell you what,
I know.
Yeah.
It's ready.
Yeah, it's ready. But I'm just saying, don't wrap your head. You know, waiting is a waste of time. You don't live that long. If you're going to just wait, what the frick is waiting? There's things you could be doing. You could be helping somebody. You could be working on something to do with Onpassive. You could be thinking, because I guarantee while you're doing the stupid waiting, you could be doing something for tomorrow. You could be doing something for next week. You could be doing something for the week after. Let me tell you something. You'll never outrun Onpassive. You'll never outdream Onpassive. So while you're waiting, make it productive. Do something that matters. If you want to wait, get out of my way. If you want to wait, go talk to waiters. I'm not that person. I don't even want to hear it. We are well beyond it. We are the most fortunate people on the planet. We are in greatness. This was put together by the tools of God himself. This is what I believe. To minute it to a clock or to a day, we should be ashamed. I know I would be. I never think about it. I don't even like it. I don't want to hear it. I get up in the morning, I look in the back office, I check it, and I say, yep, things are cool, and I move on. If there's something new, I go, well, that's great. But I expect greatness. Why? We're in greatness. We are walking in greatness. And it was all done for us. Mention 97 to me. You might get a punch in the nose, okay? I don't want to hear about 97. We don't owe anybody anything. I'm embarrassed that I paid $97 for greatness because I couldn't afford to do this. Greatness let me in. God said, go here, go there, open that door, and I'm in Onpassive. That's what happened to me, and I believe that's what happened to all of us. Greatness is greatness, and just accept it for what it is. That's all I got.
Robin, you can transfer your speech to someone more deserving. It's not too late.
No, it stays with you, Ash, because I have other words for Marty, and I have other words for Chris too.
I know you do. Oh, that's
Those
amazing.
ones were for you.
Well, like Dan Street said, we have standards. We're not going to put our name on anything. We just either it meets those standards or we put it back in the workshop. Example, well over a year ago, we launched, we completed at least market level OSTAF. We didn't sell it. OSTAF today is not the one you've seen a year ago. That's logically. So do you think we just dumped it or we made it like a ton times better? And at the same time, still strive for better. To the point where we said we could do way better. And that time, when we decide to put it in the market and put a price value on it, trust me, the way it was a year ago, it's still outdoing so many of the applications. And we could, still have their prices or little cheaper and do well. If that was the goal, how much money you're making.
Hello, my brother Ash Mufareh. How are you doing? Great to see you. We miss you, and thank you so much for this.
We're good to have you as well.
Thank you so much for having this very powerful session and loving it. It's such an honor and privilege for all of us to be here. Sitting here with you, really taking me back to a year ago when we were in Boston, and I was sitting beside you and see your joy, your emotions, your emotion, and just the happiness that you shared with us. It's a lot of memory. And thank you so much for being here with us and giving us your transparency, your conviction, and also, just giving us what is it that is going ahead of this journey that we are on. Such a privilege being here. Onpassive is a blessing, and it is a blessing that keep on blessing. And I love the fact of what Dan Street was saying. Yes, Onpassive is here, and it giving us the ability to bless more people. And I like to have a message to everyone who said, we are waiting, just like what my brother Marty DeGamo is saying. If you are waiting, let's just draw this picture. Looking at the scale right now, one end is Onpassive. Keep putting that values on that scale right there. And there's 1.4 million of us. The scale is tipping right now. It's tipping. And if we are sitting still and waiting, the scales just keep tipping. But what if we are all doing something, moving around, be excited? And the more we are sitting here being excited, the more Ash and the company Onpassive keep adding more value into that scale, and it's keep tipping. So would you like to look at the scale like that, or all of us, let's get together and continue to move that scale somehow, somewhat. I don't think we could ever be able to balance that scale, but what if we do something, moving around, sharing the love, getting together and continue and prepare to pull everyone else onto that scale with us? Wouldn't that be a beautiful scale? I don't think we could ever balance that. But if we all could do that together, I believe this world is going to be reshaped and changed for the better of everyone. So
no,
Ash,
Julie, I mean literally reshape.
yes,
Like, no.
absolutely. And thank you so much for
You would have to play this back again a couple of times and you will get it. Okay. I mean literally will reshape. So thank you for dressing black as well.
Thank you. you
So
are
Julie
very,
Black, DeGarmo Black, Lynn, Rob, Jean, Daryl, Bob, Peter. You have a black undershirt? Yeah. David, you have a black somewhere? Okay. Collins and Oliver, you're just black. You don't have to wear black. That's amazing. We didn't plan it, right?
It's amazing how we continue to think alike and be in the same place. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us that opportunity to be here.
Indeed. John White is white and black, your shirt, right? What a meticulous articulation you have. Incredible.
I'm being conflicted.
You're the symbol of equality.
Yes.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Julie, as usual. We got Sherry, another Cali girl.
Hi, Ash. I wasn't sure if I was to go yet, but you called me, so I guess I'll go. But I didn't want to take somebody else's turn. It was one of the other gentlemen's. It was Collins. It's Collins.
You can go for it.
I don't know the order. On my screen, Charles on the left, you and Collins. Yeah.
All right. I'll go. Thank you so much, Collins. first off, this is the best Friday night I've had in a long time.
Yes, indeed.
And I remember you from when we went to the trip, and I want to thank you again from the very bottom of my heart for everything that you do. But I wasn't on here earlier because a lot of people were saying things, and I was kind of emotional. I tend to get that way sometimes. But anyway, I was so thrilled that you came on here, knowing it's been a little over a year since I seen you last, but to know that you're doing well, that little kid smile that you have when things are when you know that everything is just moving right along. And I've never had any doubt. I'm kind of like probably all these people here, all these amazing brothers and sisters here. I never had any doubt. I knew where this was going from the minute I heard your two audios, and I knew that it was possible, and because it is driven by higher power, and I know a lot of people don't believe in that, whatever they believe in, timing is everything. So even if you did come on here and say, well, we have a few days, I'm not worried about that at all, because you're like, you like everything perfect, and I don't blame you. I'm kind of the same way. I like everything perfect. So imperfect makes the perfect timing. And I'm just so excited about, I'm one of those, if I could dance, I would dance type of thing. And I do have to say this before I forget. Terry Angel wanted to be on here, but she's been kind of ill. So she wanted me to tell you hi, and she appreciates, well, I don't know her exact words, but she wanted me to tell you hi. I don't want to forget her because she's important to all of us here. But anyway, I'm just overexcited about where this is going. And when you say shape the earth, I remember you saying reshape the earth. I remember you saying that a long time ago, and it's always got my brain going. What could it be? How could it be? Different ways, different this.
I'm sorry, Sherry. I mean,
yes,
literally reshape it.
I know. And that's why
mark my word.
Us angels always talk about that often, like the different ways it's going to be reshaped. And I'm excited for that. And I know I'm going to be here.
Not going to make it flat or rectangle, but colors will change.
I know. I'm excited
in a very good way.
That. I am so excited for that. And I'm excited for seeing where it just blows my mind knowing that somebody has recreated the internet and made it easier and simpler and a time saver. So that to me is phenomenal. And how it's just going to change so many people's life. That to me is another higher power thing. And so everything's just about timing. And I'm like Chris, I always say, I appreciate you, your wife, your kids, your family for all the time that you put out, their sacrifices that you have made, because I know I used to own a business myself, but nothing like this. This is like beyond. But I just wanted to tell you that I do know your wife had a big part of this, because she had to have to say, and I know that she's like a guru like you. And so it's just everything, just all the pieces are landing up together. And I'm so ecstatic.
She loves Onpassive so much because it keeps me away from her. all the times.
Yes, it probably does take you away for all the times. But I bet you the kids miss you, right?
They love Onpassive as well. The little one was saying the other day, I love candy and I love Onpassive. Oh, no, I love Onpassive and I love candy.
Oh, there you go. That's the right order. You guys brought him up correctly.
What do you know about Onpassive? You're just like born in diapers yet.
Well, they know because they're following your footsteps.
Yeah, they're here. Yeah.
They feel the power, the passion that you give out to the world, the passion to help other people. So to me, that is the main thing. I don't care if it doesn't. I'm like a lot of other people. I don't care if it takes a year, 2 years. If in the long run we're reshaping our world and helping somebody in our world, which is more than one person. So that to me is just, I've always wanted to do that on a bigger scale. But I'm just head over heels on all of this, and there's not like, it's just lined up at the right time. I'm telling you, the timing.
It's the perfect time. You're right.
Yeah. It's a perfect time. So if you wanted to do it last year, that wasn't the time.
Yeah.
Now's the time. So I'm excited. I have chills. I'm ready to dance, and I'm ready to, and I'm like others. I don't want to sit on the edge. I want to help people. And that's what we're here for on this earth, is to help each other. And I always have to say this, and I know a lot of people know I'm going to say this. If I just help one person in this world, whether it be the way you're doing it or letting them know that they are important and they have gifts, they need to find their gifts, and you can use your gifts in Onpassive. And because there's so many different ways you can do things, it's just going to be phenomenal to see people's gifts come out. So, and know that they are important. And with all the different things that you have going in Onpassive, the on joy and all those different things to help the kids is just phenomenal, because the world's a wreck right now, and everybody needs help, from the kids on to the adults, and you hit it on the head there. So I'm excited, and thank you so much for everything. And we miss you, and I'm glad you had this, because this was an amazing Friday night for me. Love you guys.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yes,
You're on fire. Thank you so much, Harry. Always good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Now
Love
I'm thinking about it now. If a 3-year-old knows Onpassive, I can imagine in another 3 years or 10 years from now. Probably people will be born with the Onpassive logo on their forehead. And that's a metaphor, right, John?
You can go ahead, Collins. I'll go after you.
All right, Charles, thank you very much. Yeah, just want to greet everyone. Ash, you just delivered a lot of information today. You know, there is no way you can keep up with all the great founders here and leaders here, because they just said everything. The way I look at it is like because when I look at what Darry Cook said this is the shortest you've ever delivered, the shortest information you've given to us. But I look at it in the other way, that you put it in a Ziploc. You know, it's like a lot of information, you zip it, and we have to unzip it to understand it properly. So the more, when you unzip it, then you discover that, my God, it's too huge, because I was just like sitting here looking at it, trying to think, wrap my head around. I said, where do I start and where do I go? But two of the things I picked from what Mr. Ash Mufareh have delivered tonight is about anything you need being Onpassive, anything. And if you don't find it in Onpassive, then you don't need it. That's a big statement. Anything we need will be in Onpassive. And if we don't find it in Onpassive, then forget about it. You know, if you wrap your head around, you're thinking about the ecosystem, thinking about physical product coming, what else do you think will not be in Onpassive? Because they always said, we need only what we need. You know, we are not looking for what we want. You just need something. We want God to supply our need. That's what he said. Supply our need, not what we want. Because you may want something, but you don't really need it. You have 20 pair of shoes. Do you really need it? No. But sometimes there are things that you really need. You can't do without it. And the next one I picked was, we need to be in it or be engaged. So we don't really need necessarily, like founders, you come to a webinar, you just want to come and add the numbers. You really need to be in it, be engaged, because it's so huge. The information is a lot of information. I know our brother Charles always said, when you snooze, you lose. That's a very good statement. You snooze, you lose, because there's a lot of information to gather. And this is the time we really have to be in it to learn what is, because I can say this is the buffer time. Imagine when things will start to come out or connect, you know, and it just be coming out fast and fast, thick and fast. We will not have time to learn it again. And that is when you will see the lapses behind, when founders will be crying. Now is the time we need to understand it, because we will look at the ecosystem, though we can talk about the product, but the ecosystem is massive. It's really massive, and that is where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be, most of the time I ask founders, do you really know what this is? This stands for. It is not there because it's just for Photoshop or whatever. It's just there because Mr. Ashford just decided to develop it and put it there. No, there is a reason why it's there. When you go to a webinar, ask these questions. Why do we have this here? Why do we have this here? I remember I made a statement and I said, a friend of mine asked me, we're talking about, so he's an Onpassive. We talk about a lot of stuff. And I was just like explaining about Onpassive from top to bottom. He said, Collins, you've not landed. I said, what do you really need to know? I want to know what I should know as founders, as me. Where do I go? I want to know certain things, bring it down to my level. I know, okay, this person needs to know this. How do I move? And Mr. Mufareh answered a question last time on Lynn and Rob show. When a founder asked, what should I know? Mr. Mufareh said, if I were you, I will own the whole ecosystem. I will own the whole product. I will do A, B, C, D. This is what we should be knowing. And Mr. Ashford have delivered a lot of good, useful information tonight, which we just have to sleep over it, digest it, and deliver it to founders who want to know. But again, this is the things that I've picked, and I just want to thank Mr. Mufareh and the tech team, because the complexity within each product and the ecosystem is massive. Every time when I zoom in, I'm just like, oh my God, how do they really manage to do this? Because it is so complex. The way we look at it is easy, but the complexity behind is crazy. When I ever zoom at it, I just look at it and say, my God, how they manage to do this, the code behind and this, removing this feature. So sometimes I just want to move it like a jigsaw puzzle. What if I pull this out? What will happen to that? You know, that's how I look at it in a different way, but I enjoy it. And I'm just happy that these guys in Hyderabad can, you know, think about this, follow the instructions of Mr. Mufareh, and deliver something of this magnitude, which is so beautiful. You know, time is nothing of the essence. I don't think about time, because I read a book where they're just talking about, forget about time in software development. The time you're thinking about software development, go on and do the job. So this is the complexity that is coming, where one is giving this estimation, and one said, no, don't estimate. Put 2 and 2 and do it and deliver. And this is what we're just saying. And we should forget about time. Just enjoy it. Just be glad that you are in Onpassive. And when the time comes, you'll be happy, because what they're building has never been done before. Just want to thank Mr. Mufareh and everyone tonight.
Always on fire, Collins. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Oh, I was wondering. I said, first of all, I want to say welcome to my brother Red. You look like you just let's join the group. Great.
Good morning.
Right. So I am super excited. I'm fired up. You know, last week you said I am Ash fired up Mufareh. Well, I am Charles fired up Awesome. You can say that. And I can say Chris fired up Johnson. You were fired up, Chris. Just like everybody here. Sherry was fired up. Collins was just fired up. I mean, Gene was fired up. So I think every founder should put fired up in their middle name. This is crazy. And I want to say the best CEO in the world, the most available CEO that I've ever worked with, just did it again. The most accessible CEO, the most hands-on. Look, guys, the thing that got me today, and I know I'm not going to sleep today, the fact that we have our own hardware coming along with the software, that is huge. I mean, I remember way back when I used to work as a Unix administrator, way back when I just got out of college, and I was working with Sun Microsystems, okay? And what they did, they had this hardware, software combination that no other company could use successfully. And because the software understands the language of the hardware, it's another level. And so today, we are talking about AI, artificial intelligence, right? Software and hardware. I can just imagine what's going to happen. Yes, we will own the internet. We will own it.
Yes.
We'll be shaping it.
I forgot to say that hardwares are also AI driven.
That's what I'm saying.
Say that.
Hardware
Yes.
AI driven, software
Yeah.
AI
Glad you
driven.
remember. Yes.
Another level. Game over. Game over. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to talk much.
So when we say game over for others, right?
For others.
But for us on.
For us, game on.
Game on. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to be clear.
Right. So it's exciting times, guys.
And by the way, on the 15th, you're not going to see it at your doorstep. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
That's when we start producing them. Then we put a price and we put them in the marketplace, whatever they take, and tie them up with the wallet and have the tutorials, the graphic and the production, the marketing plan for that. And then you see them available. You buy them, they get shipped to you. That is not going to happen on the 15th at 4 o'clock, right? But just in case somebody would be looking, oh, it's the 15th, where's my, web conference kit? Redfern. Good morning. Sorry to wake you up.
Don't worry.
Are we too
someone
loud?
said it was a party, didn't they, or something? And Marty said, "Get on, there's a party going on." So here I am. I thought might as well gate crash along with all my friends here. Fantastic to see you on, Ash, and the rest of the people here. Excuse my voice, I'm getting over a bit of a cold at the moment, but very, very happy that we've got this live Zoom going on at the moment to bring all the founders well up to date. We've been very excited of what's coming forward. By the sounds of things have just got to a whole new level once again in Onpassive land with the information that our CEO has given to every single founder. I was thinking about the journey of Onpassive the other day, and it took me right back to my father's hotel back in 1992, and he was one of the first hotels in the UK to have a computerized system in 1992, and he had one computer and he wanted to have another computer, and he found a company in Germany called Neptune Computers, and they had two people working at his hotel for 6 weeks just so two computers could listen and read each other, so they could change data from one thing to another. It was estimated it would take 2 weeks, and they ended up taking 6 weeks. Why? Because it was something that had never been done before. And theories are always fantastic things, but reality is always a different kettle of fish completely. This is the journey of Onpassive. There's a lot of people who have a lot of theories. There's a lot of people who say, yeah, if we do this, it should work and all the rest of it. But everything in life, when it becomes under the test period, when it becomes under pressure, when you actually flick that switch to see if it works, that is the only realistic way of knowing if it works or not. The Onpassive journey has been an amazing one to date so far. We have been through trials, tribulations, ups and downs, but one thing we have always done is gone forward. We have always pushed forward. We have always reached new levels, new heights. Why? Because we have that grit, determination, we have the vision, but more importantly, we have two other things. One is the man who sat here in front of us, Mr. Ash Mufareh, and the other one is an amazing team behind him. We should really thank our lucky stars for our position where we are right now, to have these people who have not only got their own vision of where they want to go with this business, but also they want to drag us minions along with them. They want to share what is going to happen. They don't want to go to a party on their own. They want to have lots of friends with them. We are those friends, and we should be extremely privileged that we are along for this ride. I can't wait to see the recording of this so I can get up to date. I will be sharing the good news with as many founders as possible on my live today once I've dissected it. But thank you once again, Ash, for your grit and determination to see this through. And a big thank you to all of the teams behind the scenes who I know have been burning midnight oil day in, day out, just to realize what we need, what is going to be happening. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Red. Well, what you missed is we had Susie McRae, that's one. She was here live, like in person. And Bob Gorman threw a bomb. It's like a toy bomb, not a real bomb, okay? Just to be clear, yeah. So you can talk to him and he will tell you. It's on YouTube. And I believe the numbers are going up now on YouTube with India's waking up. All right. Anything else? I believe the message was clear. I hope everybody has a good understanding of what's happening. We were spontaneous. Nothing was planned. Nothing scripted. It's raw, uncut from the heart, straight, open to the public, to the wild, in fact, on YouTube. And everybody should have an idea on the next step, and therefore they can have their own plan. But we are on it till it's done. There's no problem. It doesn't depend on me personally, so no matter how good or bad, has no effect on it. There are real people who are taking responsibility, and they are driving this and much more behind the scene. And I have the ultimate confidence that you will experience and you will witness something you've never seen before. And it's unlikely you will see it again in your lifetime. I know we're doing good, and I hope you will be enlightened somehow to know what's happening. Unfortunately, not everything can be said in a visual way, so sometimes we would have to give you the theory of it, and soon when you see that transcribed, like, you know, or when it manifests in reality, that's when I think all things will make sense to you. Like me personally, I had the vision for the dashboard of Onpassive, and it was not exactly like I wanted it, but the truth, the last few days, it exceeded my expectations. So no matter what we talk theoretically or anticipation and all that, it's never going to be exact replica of the real life. Okay? And everybody's going to see it from their own perspective too. So however you want to see it, but I believe it's the most beautiful thing in my life. Period.
Bravo, Ash Mufareh, bravo. I'm going to say one more thing, brother, if I might. I want to put a little perspective on this to a lot of people.
You're gonna try to compete with Rob, right? Somebody muted you.
That's the karma. Hold on, Marty. I got something important to say. To a lot of you people that are impatient right now, okay, let me explain something, a couple real quick things that I know. When you're building an automobile, and I did it for 32 years, and if something is that bad in the car where it's going to cost lives or affect people's lives, guess what? They actually stop what they're doing and they fix it. Even I've watched, I don't know how many, and I'll put this because I know Ash loves rockets and space. Just last time, the rocket is about ready to take off. It's got 10 minutes. It does a countdown. There's 3 or 4 people on that astronaut. It can go down in 5 seconds and something goes wrong, and that could be delayed for 3 or 4 days. Ash Mufareh is protecting all of you because he doesn't want to crash and burn. He wants it perfectly and done. And that's the easiest way I can put it. Everyone in this world has waited on something great. Rockets to the moon, the greatest, fastest cars in the world. They weren't all built in 1 second or even 4 years. They were designed, they were prototyped, they were tested over and over again until it was completely safe. And if you want to know the truth, that's what Ash Mufareh is doing. He's protecting all of us to have the greatest, safest, most ethical company in the world. The end of story. God bless you all, Ash. I love you, brother. There you go.
I love you back. I'm glad you said that, Chris. Yeah, it's a fair analogy, or that. But we're not. There's nothing gonna explode when it comes to launching a product in Onpassive. But what could happen is failure in data or breakage or things of that nature. It's not going to really, but it's the experience. You're so right that one of the things I put back with Engineer Kamal, okay, we've had the decision, we made it together that we don't want people to do one manual step. Okay. There's some reliance on, and you know how it goes chaotic when people have to do something. You got to explain to them, even if it's insanely insane and simple, like dumb proof, but they will still have an issue with it for some reason. I don't know if it's human nature. They like to. If it's too simple, it's like, oh, it's too easy. We can't have that. We have to complicate it a little bit. I think that's how the brain works. But yeah, we take responsibility. If we put it there now, the eyes are on us. We want to make sure it is flawless, it's safe, secure, no breakage. That's a fair analogy. So it's normal that you have everything ready to go, but then there's another component we don't see. It is safe or wise to do it at a certain time, though you want to deliver. And if you have somebody that is impatient, you said, I respectfully disagree with that, which is no one has the right to be impatient unless they come and put 18 hours a day with us, 7 days a week, and they miss a few meals, some sleep, and they put a few $1 million here and there. If they do so, and if they get upset, they can yell at me and they can be impatient. But if they're doing none of that, and that was ridiculously exaggerated, even a piece of it, then nobody has the right to be impatient. They're not doing anything. If you choose to do something because you're wise enough, you understand the importance of it. So you're lining yourself up in a good way, positioning yourself in the market in the early stages. You're learning, and for the most part, you're caring about others. Like you're trying to lead them and enlighten them and advise them and guide them to realize what's in their hands due to your passion and belief and conviction in Onpassive. Other than that, nobody's being in any way forced or obligated to do any mission. You want to relax, you want to walk away. So impatient, no one has the right to be impatient or upset or have any entitlement. So we just have to be respectful to the value we provide. I don't want to be corny and tell you, oh, no, yeah, I'm sorry, you're upset. And I'm not going to pacify that, okay? I'm going to cater to it. We're not going to babysit that type of mentality. And we are beyond the early stages in the foundership. Like I said, the honeymoon is up, is over. And now we're entering a more serious phase with the market. Big companies, big giants are after us, governments, all of that, different systems, so it's not just if again, I really have to emphasize this. If you want to look at it from the $97 perspective or the action you took, it's an unfair and impractical, contrast. That's not how you evaluate Onpassive. So two things: your part, no matter what you did, you have to put it aside because it doesn't have any indication of the actual work or the value of Onpassive. That's one thing. I guarantee, no matter what you did, and not that we're undermining that. We thank anybody did any contribution, especially those who have the faith, especially those who have the time to guide and explain and teach, okay, all the times, every day, and at least the trust, the loyalty. So for all, yeah, they definitely put everything they could, yet doesn't have any actual realistic reflection of the Onpassive value. Talking about a giant elephant, talking about a like the needle hole, okay, the tiny thread path. That's probably the biggest we could know or contribute at the moment. So that's one thing, and the probably is catastrophic if somebody is going to think, oh, I put $97. This is what it would be. That's another big mistake. It's fault. It's not right. So you cannot say, oh, $97. What would it be? Nothing. $97 doesn't give you that much value. Any book, like ebook or whatever, movie night for a couple, 2 extra large pizza or deep dish. What can you get for $100? Like full tank of gas? I didn't know. I don't smoke, but I wonder how much is a pack of cigarette now. I haven't seen that in a while. So someone like my dad smokes 2 packs. I wonder how much is that daily, burning them. They add up. Like, yeah, that's a day. So yeah, so please don't look at it from what you've done or paid. Put that aside. Put that behind you. You want to look in the different direction, and it's much bigger. It's much bigger. So that's why I kind of refuse the term anticipation and impatient and all. No one has the right. But we respect our friends and brothers and sisters, and we come and tell them, this is the truth. This is the real deal out in the public, under the sun. Doesn't matter what the time is. And we're not behind. We're not having a mistake. There's no problem. We're working, and that's work. That's nature of our company. Got a lot of moving parts. And we have, again, full faith and trust in our teams, and they're doing the best possible quality, transparency, and security. Especially the last couple of weeks, they understand the new phase we're going into and the volume. So it's no chance, like failure is not an option, period. I don't know. Yeah, you see that? Failure is not an option, ever, ever, ever. You gotta keep sipping that. Like, it has to be in your blood. It's different than when you have an internal community like founders or something free and testing and scaling, and it's different. Now you cannot have a chance with anything. If they say something, you need another day or two, no biggie. But realistically, it's done. It's right there. The the things that are coming this month and in queue to be just announced, we could live with that. If we stop there, we could live with that. With a massive market place and market cap. I thank you so much, and I don't want to take much longer here. We have been here for 3 hours roughly, and I look forward to seeing you in OConnect with obviously the rest of us, the rest of the family through ecosystem. We're not going to have OConnect on a link anymore. OConnect is already in the ecosystem now, and once we publish the ecosystem, then once we get the go, we enable OConnect. And for you, you just click one link. It will know. You don't need a password. We don't need your name. None of that. All right. You don't need to put an email or OMail. None of that. And that's it. The rest is history. We continue doing it. On the 15th, the production will begin on hardware products, like I said to Rob and all of you. Anything else? Anybody has a question? I have a feeling some of you, like either you came now or like you don't want to leave, or you don't believe that we can leave now. Like, yeah, we can go. Some of them, they have that. Can you do it like that quick? Yeah. Go ahead, Gursminder. Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah, just one question. Ash, regarding KYC, I don't know why people have gone so confused because there are a lot of kids in our like they have IDs, so they are worried about their kids. Many of them do not have their government IDs or whatever. So they just want to know that when KYC is required, either the starting phase of the product or whenever they can do. So if you can explain a little bit
So
about
right
that.
now, like this week with OES and the ecosystem and OConnect and all of that, we're not requiring that for anybody at any age. All right. Then when we move on to the pay in, pay out level, especially the payout, that requires one universal KYC, but for the entire, ecosystem, not per application. Okay, it's for the ecosystem universally. And for the most part, the products are available even before you do the OKYC. For example, if somebody in the future, they're going to use OnJoy. They don't have a wallet, no problem. They're just one of the products. So they're not going to be required to do that. So let's not beat ourselves too fast ahead of the game. We're going to go buy the product, and when it's necessary, we'll let you know. But we're just going to go by the law requirements, whatever the simple way that is required, so we can stay compliant. And we have full control of the KYC and know your customer verification process internally, in-house, organically. So we will make sure it's the simplest, most seamless way without giving a hard time to anybody. I don't think there's a need for anybody to question that, since we didn't ask anybody to do it yet. And it's likely to be just tied up to the wallet. And when it comes to moving funds, that's when banks and governments get nervous and they want to make sure that we have real people. But if you're talking about a usage of the product or something, that would be different. It would be like a light verification, number, age, and no documents required. So we'll take it step by step. Don't worry. Are they in India, those people that they're worried?
Yes, yes, they're very. And one question.
Yeah, so
again,
they will have, because we created the product there, so they will have like the easiest process. Like there's no KYC process will be as easy on Onpassive, okay?
So Ash, if like a person is having multiple IDs, and getting into the financial part of that, if
Yeah.
if there is an like an internal transfer and they can just transfer their funds to one ID and then they do KYC for that ID, is that possible?
Yeah. So the question was not about the kids. It was about like having an account under the name of kids. Number one, let me say something. For those who have multiple accounts, number one, I'm not going to tell you, oh, I never asked you to have multiple accounts. Since you have it, no, don't worry. Okay. It's a plus. Okay. So focus on one account. We're going to allow you to connect multiple accounts with one. Though those who are so ambitious, they didn't listen and say, okay, one account is enough. They want 10 accounts, okay, or 5 accounts. They should be bold enough and know how to manage that. That goes with the value. Okay, I told you, as long as you know how to manage them, if you know how to do that, you should have your own game plan. But we're not going to throw them under the bus. We're going to work with them, and you will be able to connect, let's say 5 accounts with one main account, if that's the case. All right, somebody has 2 kids, they will be able to connect the additional accounts with one main account, and that account is dealing with the funds need KYC under the parent or the guardian or a business name. We're actually discussing DBA, like doing business as. So you could also open a new, especially in Canada or US or most countries would allow you like to have a license, like a local business license under a name. You can do that as well. But don't worry, it's not about founders and founders account. It's not a charity, okay? Each account is a whole, thing to care for and either fund it or build it if you wish. So if somebody knew what they're doing, yeah, you don't go just buy accounts without having a plan. And it's not just like, oh, each account, we're just like going to connect it with a pipe of cash, start loading it. That's not how it works. All right. People have to use the products. People have to pay for the products. They could share them or sell them, resell them. Work has to be done. But company would always work with people and make it as simple as possible. And we will not make it complicated. That's one of the reasons we chose to have our own in-house solution. It's not easy, it's not cheap to do it.
Okay, I think it's night time, Ash. You're starting to look tired to me.
I am. I'm actually looking at the numbers and the messages from the team. Yeah, the team is already at work. They are at the office now. And today is a full day, Saturday, but we have full working day. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy April.
Right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Thank you,
night.
Ash.
Thank you for all the
Good night,
speakers.
everyone.
Good night.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone. Thank you
Thank
so much,
everyone.
Ash.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Bye-bye.
Ash.
Love you.
Good night,
Bye,
everyone.
Chilipla.
Love.
Happy
April
April 1st,
Fools.
my daughter's birthday
Bye,
today.
Chilipla
April
natin to.
Birthday.